It's been so neat through our journey because I feel like we can reach everybody. You know, it's like we've had that drastic weight loss. We've not understood that plan B or why that's important. And now we can share that from our heart. You know, like you might not think that you need a plan B, but let me explain to you, you know, I was that same person. And AdvoCare has become, you know, that was our plan A for several months. And so we've literally experienced everything.
We were severely overweight. I mean, we had a significant amount of weight to lose, and as a result, we had no family pictures. We did not want to document how heavy we were. I mean, it was embarrassing where we were at, and really it began on a hike.
We had gone on a family hike, and when we had gotten to the top of it, our oldest daughter Kennedy had asked us if we would be willing to take a family picture, and we had agreed to it. And on the way back down the mountain, she kept looking through the camera, through the photos, and I glanced over and I saw she had just big tears running down her face, and I looked at Brian like, what just happened? What did I miss? And so I went over there and I asked her, I said, Kennedy, what's the matter? And she's like, Mom, she said, these aren't sad tears, these are happy tears. She said, I'm so glad that I finally have a family photo with all of us in it. If a family photo could bring our children to tears, what else had we been denying them of? You know, this 9 years that we had been so overweight. And so it was at that time that our purpose became very clear to us. And within 6 months, I had lost 80 pounds. Brian had lost 60 pounds, and today I have lost 93, and he's lost 75. And so, I mean, you can only imagine how drastically our lives have been changed because of that, and it was a result of AdvoCare.
It started with the weight loss story, but really transitioning from that, everybody watched us, and we did not have any intent to make it a business. But what we ended up finding out was people wanted the same thing that we had. And in that process, we had a following of people just continuing to reorder product. Yeah. And it was at a moment, I think it was over a 2-week pay period, we received a check for $800. And I didn't know what it was for. I didn't know why we were getting the check. And I called Crystal finally. I said, Crystal, how are we getting paid? Because I was mean when we got that phone call. I said, don't talk about the business. I've done this thing before. I just wanted to try the products. Within about a 6-month period, went from that $800 to an average income of $3,000 to $5,000 a month. Yeah. And just by helping, not intending to, but helping people get the same kind of results that we were getting. Our kids are most people's purpose, and they're most people's reason. And we would do anything for our kids, but will we change for them? Yeah. People are so unwilling to change. It's just amazing to see that. That small change, that one decision to put product in our mouths has given our kids their parents back. Yeah. It's absolutely changed our lives and literally allowed us to live again and to dream again and to hope again.